Thank you, and welcome for coming. It's great to see so many familiar faces of the veterans that have been here in the past. So we're going to go ahead and get started. A little bit different this year. We are having this program live streamed into our classrooms, right? So that's something pretty cool. But good morning, and thank you to our Veterans Celebration. Before we get started, I want to recognize some people who are here. Mr. Joe Cilio, the County Commissioner of Veterans Affairs. Ms. Kim Cataspati, Board of Education member. And Mr. John Sobrana, our board member. Along with our administrators. Give them a round of applause too. And the biggest round of applause should go to Mr. Joe Morello, who started this program back in 2012. This program is a result of his passion. So today, we're gathered together to honor the brave men and women who have selflessly served our country. Their dedication and sacrifice have helped safeguard the freedoms we cherish. Let us come together to express our heartfelt gratitude and pay tribute to their service and commitment. At this time, can I have the captain of our safeties come up to lead us in the flag salute, Gianna D'Onofrio.
Please stand for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you. Be seated. At this time, I'd like to call up our building principal, who's been a very big supporter in us working and creating an atmosphere that is welcoming to all veterans. So give a round warm of applause to Mr. Raphael Masonette, our principal.
Good morning, good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, staff and students, and our distinguished guests, welcome. Today we gather here as a community to honor and pay tribute to the brave men and women who have selfishly served our nation in the armed forces. Veterans Day is a time for us to reflect on the sacrifices and unwavering commitment of our veterans who have defended our freedom and protected our way of life. As we look back in history, we remember the countless heroes who have answered the call of duty in times of conflict and peace. They have displayed courage, resilience, and unwavering dedication to preserve the liberties that we hold dear. We owe them a debt of gratitude that we can never truly repay. Veterans Day is a time to recognize not only the sacrifices made by our veterans, but also by their families who have supported them throughout their service. It is a day to celebrate the bonds of comradeship and unbreakable spirit that has defined our armed forces for generations. We are fortunate to live in a country where individuals are willing to put their lives on the line to defend the principles of democracy, justice, and freedom. It is our duty to remember and honor their service, not just today, but every day. As we go about our daily lives, let us not forget the importance of supporting our veterans as they transition back into civilian life. Many of them face unique challenges, and we must offer them our respect, assistance, and opportunities for a brighter future. In closing, on this Veterans Day, let us remember the words of President John F. Kennedy, who said, "As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter the words, but to live by them. Let us live by the values of gratitude, respect, and service, not just in our words, but also in our actions, to truly honor our veterans. Thank you to all our veterans, and may we never forget the sacrifices they have made. Happy Veterans Day.
Okay, next we're going to have a performance by our band led by Mr. Ed Zazzarini. So give them a few minutes to get situated here and enjoy the show here. The song they'll be performing is Procession of Heroes by Robert Smith. Awesome. Awesome. You're going to come to my classroom and play. Good job. Great job. Great job. Pretty good, man. Good job. Good job. Good job, buddy. Way to hammer that thing. Good job, bud. Way to be. Nice job, man. Look at you. Nice job. Good job, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Thank you, band. That was great. Now, moving on with the program, I would now like to call up a representative of the 8th grade students. I'd like to call up Mr. Jameson Matlock to give a few remarks. Adjust that as you need it. Right here, buddy. Make sure you talk right into that thing.
Good morning. My name is Jameson Matlock, and on behalf of the 8th grade student body, I'd like to take this time to show our gratitude for all the sacrifices made by those who have served. Currently, in this very room in which you are sitting, there are men and women who have put their lives on the line for us in our country. Maybe it was your grandmother or father who has served in the military. I'm sure everyone here knows an honorable veteran. On this day, take the time to thank them, tell them that you love them, and without their bravery, dedication, and love for our country, we wouldn't have the strong America that we know today. So please, on Veterans Day, show your respect for our veterans. Never forget those who have put themselves on the line for our country. Please shake the hand of the man or woman in uniform and remind them that their bravery and dedication is greatly appreciated, no matter the day or month. May you all have a great day.
Now we are going to have a few remarks from veteran Mr. Bruce Land. I told him he didn't have to make a speech, just a few remarks. So he said yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everybody. Having spent over 25 years of retiring as a captain from state law enforcement and spending a couple terms in the New Jersey State Assembly, I learned one thing. Nobody likes long speeches, especially people your age. And so I just want to say thank you to the administration and staff here at Veterans School, Mr. Martin and Mr. Morello. I've been attending this thing since it started. Did we miss the COVID? I forget. 1 year. But it's a great thing they do for the veterans. And what's it like to be a veteran? We have many of them here today, and we all have different stories. In my case, I was in grammar school, and I love music. Used to run home to make sure I saw American Bandstand, which the old people know what I'm talking about. And at that time, I was a big Motown fan. Still am. Then all of a sudden, from across the pond, we had the Rolling Stones and the Beatles come. So I used to follow them all the time. Never knew where Vietnam was. Then I found out there was a war there. Looked it up. Next thing I know, I'm there as a youngster, like some of these guys here. So all I want to say is, when you see a veteran, my grandfather was World War I, my dad was World War II, I was Vietnam, and I wouldn't want to see anybody have to go through war. Military's a good thing. It was great for me. So I appreciate all you kids coming out to thank us, the staff here, Jack, Joe. And that's it. It's simple, right? Thank you very much.
All right, I'm going to call Mr. Morello up to the podium. We have a special presentation to make as we go here.
At this time, would Ms. Burke please come to the stage?
Ms. Burke, come on up.
Today, we would like to honor you in recognition of your outstanding creativity, vision, and dedication to our school community. Your contribution of the school mascot, Sergeant Rory, has not only unified our student body, but has also fostered a sense of pride and belonging among our students and faculty. Your commitment to enhancing our school spirit and connection to our veterans serves as an inspiration to all of us. Your efforts have left a mark on our school's culture and legacy. On behalf of all of us, we would like to present you a small token of our appreciation. Doesn't look like Rory. And I'll read the plaque. It says, "The heart and soul of Sergeant Rory, Mrs. Dorothy Burke. Your dedication to our veterans and school is greatly appreciated." November 2023. Before we move on to the ceremony and honor our veterans that are here with us today, we'd like to take a moment to remember the veterans that used to come to our program who unfortunately are no longer with us. Many you saw in our slide presentation. Not only were they veterans to our country, they became members of our school family. And I think the thing that has always been the most impressive part for me is one time a veteran came to me and said, "You know, Mr. Morello, the kids don't seem to respect or do anything with the veterans." And I said, "It's not because they don't want to, it's because they don't know." And one of the things that myself and the staff here have tried to do is let the kids know what this is really about. And I think we've succeeded because I think one of the biggest compliments we've ever gotten was that when the veterans came to this program, they weren't just coming to a school, they were coming to a genuine family. And we want you to really believe that. Once you're a part of this, you're with us forever. And we don't stop thinking about you, we don't stop interacting with you. You're welcome here anytime. So with that said, I'd like to take a moment of silence just to remember those of our veterans or family members that are no longer with us that have served. Thank you. Mr. Martin?
Okay, I'd like to call the National Honor Society up, please, to come help present the medals and the tokens. Come on. Mr. Cressy's going to help with the presentation. Some of the safeties can go back right there. Right there, some of the safeties. You can have the safeties have a seat, some of them.
Let me slide by you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. All right, this is the moment that we came here for, to recognize our veterans. And as Mr. Morello said, our veterans. We're very proud that they came today. When we call your name, please come up and get a small token of our gratitude for your service. Mr. George Cooper, Air Force, 22 years served. Mr. Cressy, stand. Oh, we'll get a picture after. That's fine. Mr. John Popper, Army, 12 years. Tony Suggs, Army, 5 years served. John Canesso, Navy, World War II, 3 years. Michael Connolly, Navy, 8 years served. Radames Molina, Army, 5 years served. Frank Capitani, Air Force, Miss Cohanzi's dad, 4 years served. Warren Martinelli, Navy, 4 years served. Kathleen Connolly, Marine Corps, 6 years. Grant Connolly, U.S. Air Force, 4 years served. Dennis McGee, Miss Landy's dad, Army, 4 years served. Mr. Bruce Land, Army, 2 years served. Mr. Jim Martine, my cousin, Army, 6 years. Mr. Bill Martine, cousin, Navy, 4 years. Tim Cataspati, Air Force and Air Guard, 30 years. Miss Cataspati's going to accept the award on his behalf. Joe Franchetta, Navy, 4 years. David Magukis, Army, 2 years. Herbert Dilks, Miss Eller's dad, Coast Guard, 4 years. Jim Alston, Army, 5 years. Ladies and gentlemen, our veterans that attended 2023, thank you for our service. All right, thank you. Now, we would like to call on Miss Eller to bring her choir up for a performance on Veterans Day. You'll see when I get done talking. Thank you, choir, and thank you, band, for some outstanding presentations. Before concluding today, as we continue to try to grow our relationship with the veterans and with the military, today's the official unveiling of our recognition to service dogs. When you leave today, veterans, you'll see our cases, but on the right, just past the door, our great art teacher, Miss Cassandra Kozub, painted up there 5 service dogs: Chopper, Kurt, Sergeant Stubby, Smokey, and Sinbad. They'll all have plaques, and they had a great deal of success helping us with the war. So that's going to happen later today, too. As we conclude our Veterans Day celebration, let us carry the spirit of gratitude and remembrance in our hearts. The sacrifices of our veterans serve as a reminder of the enduring values of courage, honor, and patriotism. Thank you to our veterans for their service. Thank you to all who have joined us today to pay a tribute to this extraordinary individuals. Veterans, you are now part of the Veterans Memorial School family. We are honored to have you. Thank you. Now, as I get ready to dismiss the 8th grade back to second period, veterans, if you don't mind staying for another 5 minutes after I dismiss them out, okay? So students, thank you for your great behavior. We are going to dismiss by sections. That first section back there, please stand.